Comparison might be killing your creativity. I think comparison is natural, and it is good to learn from other video creatives and look at other work to a degree. But what I don't want you to do or to experience is that deflating that can happen when you feel like someone else's work is better. I have done it myself where I look at others and feel inadequate because someone newer than me was creating beautiful work, better than my work, and I felt discouraged and didn't want to create. But I've also seen others and felt inspired and wanted to try what they tried. And there's this dichotomy of good and bad or less desirable. Comparison is a double-edged sword, all right? You feel good, it's going to cut through your doubt, but also it can make you feel like shit. And let's be honest, everyone has, or it's all been done to a degree. Whether it's in wedding films or commercials, someone has tried it somewhere else in the video creation space. And you can look at others and try their shit. You can bite their style. You know, you have my permission because they don't own certain ideas. We live in this collective where creatives try new things and grow. But let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was scrolling through Instagram and I kind of felt like on top, of my game, not like the industry. And I saw someone who was newer than me, a wedding videographer, and she created something that was so beautiful. And I remember stopped because I felt like I couldn't create what this person did. And that was not motivating. It was actually halting. I didn't want to create for a time, like a brief time. And I just felt really discouraged. But here is the thing. Style is not found. My style that I have right now, my editor and I have been building to it in increments for years. I'm really, really proud of our work. There's a lot of good feedback from couples, families, even people in the industry. But if I look back, we've been trying little things with audio and how we film and whip pans and various iterations that land to this excellent style. But if I go even further, I can see that there is this common denominator of what the Shy K Films wedding style is, but it does develop. Style is built. Your style is slowly crafted over time. That DP that you look up to, who's been doing it for 15 years, they didn't start out like that. Okay. So just be easy on yourself. And by the way, clients, they don't buy perfection per se. They buy perspective. We are hired often, or we are chosen often in the wedding industry because people like what we show. I don't really hear comments on, oh, it was a little shaky, or, the color grading was off, or the audio was off. We as filmmakers know, but they choose our perspective. So I'm encouraging you to just keep trying, keep learning. So here's a little bit of a framework that you can take on. It's up to you. So, and apologies if you hear stuff in the background, there's work happening in my house, but here's 3 steps. Number 1, copy and then learn. All right. When you're in your early stages, everybody starts with copying other people, whether it's in movies, your buddy, other wedding filmmakers, commercial, etc. You're going to copy things because you're new and you're going to try certain things out and figure out, oh, how did this person get that shot or that lighting, whatever it is, and then learn. Once you learn certain things, then you're going to move on to step 2. You're going to experiment and fail. All right. Experiment and fail. You're going to try different edits, things with music, different pacing, different lenses. You're going to be inspired to try different things because you've been learning along the way. It's no longer satisfying just to copy someone anymore. You're going to ride this inspirational wave, and it's not always going to look good. That lighting will not always look good. That choice of light, that choice of lens, the where you put your couple, it's not always going to look good, but you will learn from those mistakes, which will lead you to the 3rd step, which is repeat and then refine. As you try new things, as you look at other filmmakers, you keep what feels like you and then delete what doesn't. All right. There are filmmakers out there. Well, I'll just tell you, early in my career, when I started Shy K Films, I looked up to Hello Tomorrow Films, who are local to British Columbia, and then Bottle Brush Films, who are Australian. Now, Bottle Brush Films, you should look them up. They're wild, chaotic, colorful. They're cursing. But then Hello Tomorrow, it's full of soul and vows and beautiful audio. And I was really inspired by these two creators that were like diametric opposites. And I, for some time, would tell people early in my career, like, oh, I'm kind of like doing both. I'm a mix of the two of them. And what I meant by that, well, like I am like energetic and chaotic, but with soul and storytelling. And I didn't necessarily try to bite the visual style, but it was the feeling and it was the storytelling based on them. So I would try different things. Eventually, when I had an editor, I would tell them to watch their videos and we would work on that style and refine it and refine it and refine it. Eventually, it just became second nature. And I'm realizing now while I'm speaking is like there was a reason I was drawn to those two people. I wasn't biting their style, but that's just what resonated with me naturally. All right. That was an innate characteristic. I want to party and show the celebration, but I also want to show the depth and story, whether it's sad or, I don't know, sentimental. That's why I was drawn to them. But it was nice to have outward inspiration, to see something that I was drawn to or naturally inclined to film, and to see other people doing it. So copying, getting inspiration is good, but what you don't want to do, again, is be discouraged by other people out there and to keep trying new things. So you can watch other people's work, or if you have a teammate, if you have an editor, you can say, hey, I want you to do 15% of whatever you want to do on this video. And you only have 85% of whatever makes you you. And what's going to happen over time, if you're working with an editor, if your teammate has this creative agency that you've given them, your style is going to change. There are so many times in the last, 12 months that my editor has opened up a video with something that's wild. Like he introduces Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter sound effects. Do you really think I asked him to do that? I didn't have the foresight to do that, but he has creative agency. He's going to try something new. And you know what? Some of it works, and we keep what works. We get rid of the rest. If you don't have an editor, well, try things yourself then. Do a little bit of experimentation. And then if it doesn't work, fine, get rid of it, but keep what is good for you. So this week, maybe do a little bit of creative research. Try and find 3 reels or videos that you love and take a second to analyze why you like them and go beyond color. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Do whatever you want. It can be color. It can be audio. I just ultimately want you to uncover the next iteration of your style. And once you found these 3 videos that you like, make one creative change on your next project, on your next wedding, and good luck.